This is Goals with Soul, the podcast for visionary coaches and entrepreneurs, building your business with inspired action. In alignment with your mission and authentic message, so you can create impact for your soul clients and feel lit up every day. I'm your host, Jo Ingram, married mum of 3 daughters from London and a former ad agency director turned business coach and strategist. In Goals with Soul, we blend revenue generation with energetics, marketing strategies with pranic healing, and ambitious business goals with our soul's desires. If you're looking to build your business with less efforting and more ease, this is the podcast for you. Let's dive in. Welcome to Goals with Soul. I'm Joanna Ingram, and today we're talking about getting on with what you're supposed to be doing and stop hiding when the truth is there are people out there right now who need to hear your message. Now, if I'm sounding a little bit passionate about this, it's because that is exactly how I feel. Now, I have literally just stopped after my morning run, so I'm also just a little bit out of breath, but I'm showing the heck up for myself and for my business and for those people that need my help right now. And today's episode is to share my view on this, to give you the same urgency and the same passion so you can step forward today and start building the business that has been in your mind for, well, weeks, months, or perhaps even a year or two. Now, in today's episode, we're going to talk about the things that stop us showing up and the ways that we can immediately stop hiding and start to be the people that you know, you can start to be the person that you know you are inside, but start to be that externally, because others cannot know what you have to give, how they can be transformed by you if you continually hide. What stops us showing up and stepping up for our businesses? And I can speak from personal experience here, as well as what I see with the clients I tend to work with, who are very much like me. And we are people that come out of corporate jobs. We come out of situations in our lives where we've shown up very, very professionally. And we've grown to believe that there needs to be a mask of professionalism beyond which we step and look uncouth, or we look just not cool, not relaxed, not laid back, not full of authority. And this can leave us really trapped for a very long time. Right back at the beginning of my business, I didn't even change my LinkedIn profile for 4 months after I stepped out of the corporate life and into being a business coach at first, then into being an energetics teacher, and then a brand messaging specialist. And each time I was hiding. I didn't want to get myself out there and state it for fear of what others might think. And this is what it comes down to for many of us. It's fear of judgment. What are others going to think about me? What is this going to trigger in me that's going to make me want to play small? And I'm not even just talking like emotionally small. I mean physically small. There have been times where I've literally curled up on the couch or in bed trying to diminish myself because it feels so excruciating to be visible in a authentic and vulnerable way. But here's a newsflash for you, my friend. It's exactly that level of visibility and authenticity that creates the attraction to those people that are meant to work with you. And indeed creates the repelling of those that are not meant to work with you. And that's the problem. Because in repelling people, we are actually creating a situation where others don't like what we say, which we could even translate as don't like me. They don't like me. And that is a deeply uncomfortable feeling. I know that I have spent most of my life, all of my life, wanting to be liked. I never, ever intentionally go out there to say something to offend others, to be divisive, to even put my head above the precipice and say, I have a strong opinion and I don't care what you think. Never. No, I've always wanted to tread a very gentle line and to have others to want to cooperate with me. I don't know whether that's just about being a woman, whether that's something about the era in which I was born into, or whether it's just a personal thing. But I do know that many of us feel similarly. And I feel particularly motivated to talk on this topic today because I was triggered this weekend by receiving an email from someone that didn't like an email that I'd sent previously, that took something quite personally. And it really threw up a lot of these sorts of worries. My first thought was like the gut punch in my stomach. I was like, oh my God, I've upset somebody. I'm absolutely mortified. Somebody doesn't like what I had to say. They took offense to it in some way. Now, I simultaneously went off in two directions after this. First of all, I really wanted to learn from this experience. And I took what this person had to say very seriously. And I reviewed what I had said and what they said about it. And I took on board that, yeah, there was something I could have changed there. And if I did it again, I wouldn't do it in exactly the same way. And that was a really good learning. And I think it's important that we are humble enough to understand that it isn't about going out there and saying whatever you like, no matter what, and not caring what others think. That isn't at all what I'm talking about here. I'm talking very much in behaving with integrity. But even when you have the best of intentions and you behave with integrity, sometimes you are going to divide opinion, and sometimes you are going to do something that felt right in the moment, but later somebody didn't like it. And we can certainly learn from those experiences. And I'm very grateful for receiving that feedback, because it got me thinking about some things I just took for granted, some language I use, some things I do. And I thought, I might change that, because I want things to come from my heart. And if I'm not expressing it in a way that is heartfelt enough, that is an amazing opportunity for me to hone that skill more. But secondly, it did something that I really didn't expect. And that was to light a fire up my tushy. It was like, hang on a minute, lady, you've got a choice here. You can pack up and go home, or you can get on with what your dream is and continue to build this business and ramp it up a level and get more visible and speak more from the heart. And actually, I realized that the very problem that I was going through in this cycle is the problem that I teach about. This is messaging. This is authenticity, and alignment is showing up in your truth. It isn't hiding away and giving up on what is really in your heart. When you have something to say, you have a way that you can help others. And yet through this fear of judgment, this fear of standing out in a way that you're not comfortable with, means that really what you want to teach, really what you want to share, is something that you don't, and you suppress it. And I've seen coaches hide their true light for months or even years, and it eats away at you in time. The sorts of symptoms that I frequently see are a stagnant business where there's no energy and you kind of don't want to get out of bed in the morning. You wake up in the morning feeling anxious, replaying what you haven't done. And you just know that what you're teaching isn't really the thing that energizes you most. And of course, those clients that you're working with, whilst being amazing humans, aren't the exact soul client that you're meant to be working with at your next level. And of course they're not, because you're not showing up at your next level. And it's all about messaging. The more I work in the space of aligned brand messaging, the more I understand that messaging is literally your business. What you say, how you express yourself, how visible you are, and the offers you create are your messaging, and they are the backbone of your business. So let's make no mistake. If you're hiding in your messaging, you're hiding in your business. And of course, that is an opportunity. It's not a problem, it's an opportunity. Because now you can step up and double down on your efforts. And this is exactly why I feel so grateful that I've received this feedback at this time, because I'm right now preparing for a really big up level in my business. And I could have stayed partially hidden. I could have gone to a point and then just held myself back. And you know what? I woke up this morning with not the feeling of dread in my stomach, although I do feel responsibility to respond to the person in my inbox and to energetically create as best alignment as I can with that. But also really showing up in a way that is visible by being myself. And like I said earlier, this isn't about showing up in a divisive or offensive way, but it is showing up and just being yourself in the best service you can to help others understand that right now they have a problem that can be solved and you can help them make that transformation. So by showing up visibly, showing up authentically, being very aligned with your message is going to really create the difference in hiding and standing out. And even though I don't enjoy receiving anything that isn't, totally positive, of course, none of us do. I think that when you start to stand out, you will naturally create those people that really love what you have to say and those people that are not your biggest fans. And I remember when I very first started in this industry, a mentor of mine said, "Oh, you know that you've made it in this industry or you're on your way when you start to get criticism, when you start to get haters or you start to get messages that are testing what you're saying and what you're doing." And she also said, bear in mind that if people are replying to you, at least they're reading what you say. And that's a really timely reminder too. Let's remember that when we speak up and stand out, we actually get to reach people. We can't reach people if we continually stay hidden. And as much as energy is an amazing connection, energy also works through the alignment of action. So if you've got something on your mind today and you're thinking, I've been wanting to share this, perhaps it's something that you don't like within your industry or something that you believe could be done better. Perhaps it's frustration seeing people stuck when you know that there are simple ways that they can start to unlock their desires and create the outcome that they really want. Well, let this be an invitation to step up for your business in a powerful way. Be authentic and aligned. Stop hiding and start to stand out. And this is exactly what I teach in the Messaging Edge. This is the method that helps you get aligned by really truly knowing your truth and bringing that powerfully into your business, aligning with your ideal avatar and starting to speak powerfully to them in a way that they understand. It's about expressing yourself with true authenticity and creating an authority alignment by showing up in those places that truly create the credibility that you're ready for and your clients are waiting for. And it's about activating that with creating offers and content that stand out and cut through the clutter in your industry so those that need to hear your message can resonate, engage, and work with you. If you're currently hiding in your business, hiding behind messaging that isn't truly bringing forward everything that you are ready for, so you can step up in your business, increase your authority, increase your visibility, and attract your soul clients, DM me over on Instagram at iamjo.ingram with the word ready, and I will share how you can take the next step to being authentically and powerfully you within your business and create a business that brings you ease and joy every day. And so to your inspired action this week, take care. Bye now.